You are not to go to any of the schools wherever your child or children are going to school. You are not allowed to go there, period. Do you understand?
Hear me, yo. Watching how them opera boys get sentenced. You know how the fuck's going on, man. Y'all boys tuned into that Oouchie Court Watch. Well, we taking it straight from the jail cell to the judge. Hear me?
Good morning. Are you Maya Sparks? And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sparks, in cause number 25, DCCR 0145, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of assault on a public servant from October 30th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? Speak up, please. And then in cause number 25 DCCR 0146, you're also charged with a third-degree felony offense of assault on a public servant from October 30th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Speak up, please. And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? In each of these cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? So if I follow the agreement, you can't change your mind later. Do you understand? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached in each of your cases is for a 6-year deferred probation. There would be a $300 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1 in each case?
No objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Ms. Sparks is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty in each case freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence in each case to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your cases for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your cases, and then we will come back at a later date for sentencing. Mr. Nichols, what is the state's position on bond?
Judge, I'm a little concerned about a PSI bond because of the way these cases occurred. There might be an issue that I do anticipate she at the very least being placed on mental health caseload. I don't think it's a competency issue. I've discussed with Ms. Holmes. But I don't know if the court's going to decide that either an ISF or safety program is in the best interest here.
Okay.
The facts in this case involve threatening staff at a school. So it gives me a little bit extra concern. And there was one jail incident in the last week that gave me a little concern as well.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. So Ms. Sparks and I have spoken with her mother. Her mother is here. On this particular incident, there was a episode. She had a mental episode where she was not on medication at that time. She is compliant on medication now.
Okay.
And we are asking, her mother is taking care of her child. Her child was attending that school that she went to. And so I do feel that if she stays on her medication and stays compliant, that she would be okay. And so we were asking if the court would consider a PSI bond.
I guess the concern is without the probation order where, has she been to Spinal Tap before have you gone through Spinal Tap before? You are a Spinal Tap patient?
She's diagnosed bipolar and major depressive disorder.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Ms. Sparks, just kind of based on also time of the year, I'm going to reduce the bond, but I'm going to have some very specific conditions on that bond, and you're going to have to follow those conditions Exactly. If you don't, because you're going to have to give Ms. Holmes proof that you're doing some things that I'm going to order you to do. And if you're not doing those things, then I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. We'll get you back in custody until that pre-sentence report's done, and then we know what everything is that you could potentially need. Was there also any type of, or is there any kind of drug issue, or is it primarily mental
It was
health?
just me.
Okay, so Ms. Sparks, I'm going to reduce your bond in each of your cases to $2,500. If you make those bonds, the conditions of the bonds are that you immediately have an appointment, make an appointment with Spindletop, that you give proof of when that appointment is to Ms. Holmes. So I'm saying the day you get out, you make the phone call, you set an appointment, and Ms. Holmes needs to know when that appointment is. You don't wait a week to set the appointment or 2 weeks or anything like that. You set it the day you get out of jail if you make the bonds. Does that make sense? In addition, I am ordering that you remain on your medication. So now it's not just whether you want to or you feel like you need to, it's a court order. And if you don't do it, you're back in custody. Do you understand? So is her mother okay with her living with her? Where's mom? Thank you, ma'am. And thank you for being here. So I'm going to order that you remain living at your mother's house. You can't go spend the night anywhere else. You can't go anywhere else. You stay there. You go to Spindletop. You get yourself back on track so you can be fine and do this probation and not have any issues. Does that make sense? You are not to go to any of the schools wherever your child or children are going to school. You are not allowed to go there, period. Do you understand? Okay. That's going to, not until I order otherwise. So for now, you cannot go to any school that they are attending. Okay? If somebody needs to pick up and drop off, that's going to be her or someone else. If there's a school program between now and when you come back, I don't care. You don't get to go. Do you understand how serious I am about that? Okay. Any other conditions that you feel
I
like?
think that will cover it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. We'll see you back at sentencing. You can go back with the bailiff. And so let's see, Khalil Harris.
Rejection, Judge. He's right here.
Khalil Harris? I don't see anything on here. Okay. Good morning. Are you Khalil Bradley Harris? And it says it's locked. There it goes. Never mind. All right, sir. In cause number 25, DCCR 1334, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon from August 10th of 2025. And what that means is if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 2 years and up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm assuming we've got the prior offense. So with regard to enhancements for trial purposes.
They haven't enhanced it, but they could.
So
That's been a discussion.
y'all have talked about this. So is there just the
I've ex-
one prior felony?
Yes.
And is it a regular felony?
Yes,
or?
it's a regular felony.
So I want to make sure you understand if you go to trial and you're found guilty, that because you have a prior felony conviction, it would enhance your punishment to that of a second-degree felony, which means between 2 years and up to 20 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I have a plea bargain rejection here on the tablet that shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty for a cap of 5 years, which means you would leave your punishment up to me. I couldn't give you more than 5 years. I could give you 5, I could give you less. It would depend on the information that was brought to me at a hearing. You have every right to reject that and have your case set for trial. I just want to make sure you understand what the possible consequences are if you go to trial and what your options are. And do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to reject that offer and have your case set for trial?
Yes, ma'am.
I do also want to make sure you understand that after today, unless there's some new information that comes to light that your attorney or the state's attorney does not know, I will not accept this plea agreement after today. Do you understand? Okay, so we'll get it set for trial. Mr. Harris, Mr. Parker has been appointed to represent you. He's one of the attorneys who handles a lot of cases for me as a court-appointed attorney. With your permission, I can release him and appoint another attorney to begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you?
So, you
Well, it's up to you.
you can be one or go there, no.
Okay, well, Mr. Parker will remain on and begin preparation for trial then. All right, you can go back with the bailiff.
Oouchie Court Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Oouchie Court Watch, quick as a flash.